many afternoons walking this street after I'd taken the bus down to the mall, and there you go, Dexter Street. And here we are. This is the Agora Ballroom, West Hartford Music Hall. Yeah, and of course, let's put this a little bit up here. We're doing asbestos work here. Which kind of sucks. Yeah, there were the fire exits out on the street anyhow. And don't know what's going to be left, but we're going to make a jump for this and see what we can get done. That was the grand entrance there. You'd see motorbikes parked there. The gentleman officer stationed at the right door, keeping the peace, keeping things civil. And yeah, this whole parking lot used to be just a wonderful thing. We're going to approach this land and see what we can uncover. With all this rubble here, it's kind of a little hard to imagine what things were like before. There were some planters and whatnot here, and there were some dead men that have been here. And yeah, we're going to take a look at the breadth and width of the parking lot, because we can. And while I can. And yeah, this whole area was for parking. None of these sand piles were here. Duh. Gonna look to see if the water tank is still here. There used to be this water tank that had like climbing steps that you'd climb up, and folks would go up there to make out and do their funky thing. I guess now the town has possession of this property, so they're using it kind of as a place to put fill and waste product. But all of this was parking lot. And here's the back end of the property where the adjacent businesses were. Man, you could get anything you wanted here. I mean anything. And well, I guess the water tower's gone. No sign of that. And they've opened up. No, actually, I recall this road. There was road that went. Obviously, that's a lot more defined than it was. There used to be a gate, a fence that cut across here, and then there was those properties over there. And yeah, my how times change, huh? But yeah, you could see wow, how far back the parking lot used to go down to here. Yeah, there's that parking lot. Yeah, I'd say the parking lot went back to around this pole. And if you look over here, there's a ravine there, and there's should be a bunch of crushed stone that goes down to a creek. People would go there to relieve themselves or other miscellaneous activity. Yeah, this was the end of the property, and you could see over there, so it was a huge parking lot. Officially, from what I recall reading recently, this building had a 1,500 capacity. Not too shabby, considering a lot of places that have live music are half that capacity that are available these days. Yeah, so they're saying there's asbestos in the area. Well, if we were attending shows here, I guess we were getting some of that asbestos, huh? And now we're at the back end of the building. I really was hoping that someone would be here and I could like hand them the camera and say, hey, you wanna bring the camera inside and tape something? Maybe see if any of the stage is left that hasn't been torn down. Again, more of the parking lot. And yeah, the parking lot would go all the way to the back here, and there would be a bunch of dead men. That's those square giant cement blocks, by the way, are dead men. And they'd be over here, and there'd be folks sitting on them wearing robes, or glitter girls would be up against the wall offering trip perfume. Guys chatting about tour. And yeah, this is the Agora Ballroom. I guess at one time this was a bowling alley until the foundation started settling into what we're standing on top of, which used to be a landfill. I'd be lying if I said they didn't want to sneak inside. I can always throw my shirt over my face. Asbestos, yeah. Heck, I remember tearing asbestos clapboard off of my parents' house. Off of the outside of the house, they used to make that clapboard stuff, and it was out of asbestos. And I ripped the whole thing off the house by myself. Breathing in all this feathery crap. I'm still here. No kidding. It would be nice to be able to get a shot inside. Obviously, I'm not going to draw bad attention to myself, but you can see the condition the building is in now. And I guess this is an area that they're working on where they've actually blown out the wall. Or the wall just started crumbling. It more or less looks like the wall started crumbling. Again, I'm presuming if anyone's watching me that if I do anything too stupid, they'll call the cops. So I'll keep it distanced. Let's see if I can get anything from here that's remotely resembling. Well, there's a beam. Gee, that's really helpful, right? And that's about it. I think that's about as much of that as I'm going to get. What else to say? As far as getting a brick from the building, for people, it's giving me more a cinder block than a brick. I suppose I could take one cinder block. Maybe we'll get the members of Creek to sign it, huh? That would be a hoot. A trip. Yeah, they've definitely put a plastic to conceal and minimize asbestos flotation. I'm not going to be able to get any closer inside without acting really stupid. So that's it. The Agora Ballroom, West Hartford Music Hall, destined to be demolished this summer 2009. And that's a wrap. It's a shame how things go down, but you never know. It's kind of like when you hear about any relationship going sour. You never really know. And here's a place where they're taking stuff out, and here I am right in the main path of an asbestos removal. Yeah. Well, yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, relationships. When they turn sour, you never really know what the deal is. I can only observe the aftermath. Hope things turn out. So yeah, here we are. This is the deal. The doors. One might think that was potentially a steal your face. Nah, yeah, right. That's a joke. And so yeah, here we were, being dropped off here on rainy days while our friends parked the car. The main doors, yeah, they always had those diamond doors. Well, when I came here. Was never on the right hand side of the building. All the shows I attended were on the left. I forget what the designation was for each side, but usually if you went straight through, when you went inside these doors, there'd be rails to walk in between, and they always cut you to the left and through a door. And then as soon as you went through there, if you hung a right, it would take you down in where they had the giant box for throwing coats into. And yeah, that's just the asbestos bag there. There's nothing further there, and no reason for me to do that. It's not lit inside, so I really can't. But yeah, that's it. That's what the story is. The Agora. Not like we haven't already said goodbye. Lots of history, lots of memories. I'm sure long ago someone took down, I don't even remember a sign. I think at one point in time there was a sign out in the main road. But basically you just had to know where the place was. It wasn't, there wasn't much lighting other than some satellite lights in the parking lot, which was like 2 or 3 of them. One in each end and one in the middle. Actually, I don't think there was one at the end where the water tower was. And that's it. So long.